3 meters. I stared at the digits on my screen, my heart hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. 3 meters. The distance app, the one I'd been using to pour my soul out to a stranger for the last 2 nights, was telling me that the person I thought was 300 kilometers away was actually right here, in this very classroom, right here, right now. Slowly, I lifted my gaze, scanning the room. Who else was holding a phone? Then I saw Lucas. Lucas, my perennial rival for the top spot in our class, was sitting by the window. His eyes were glued to his screen, his expression uncharacteristically strained. As if sensing my stare, he looked up. Our eyes locked. Lucas flinched, snapping his phone shut instantly before turning his face toward the window. No, it couldn't be. To understand why this discovery hit me like a physical blow, you have to understand Lucas. We didn't hate each other, but we weren't friends either. We were competitors. Since the start of junior year, we had traded places at the top of the rankings, like a relentless game of musical chairs. Last semester, the scholarship I'd banked on slipped through my fingers. My overall GPA was 0.2 points higher than his, but because my chemistry grade was a mediocre 7.5, while he pulled a 9.5, the board handed it to him. "You need more balance," my teacher had said. I didn't blame Lucas, but every time I saw him, I saw that 7.5. And now, was my mystery texter really him? 2 days ago, I downloaded Distance, a dating app that shows real-time proximity. I picked someone 300 kilometers away. It felt safe. He matched with me that same night. No face in his profile, just a shot of a star-dusted night sky. Username, stargazer_98. We texted until 2 a.m. about indie films, music, and the kind of deep-seated thoughts you only tell a ghost. He got me. With him, I felt seen. The next morning, 300 kilometers became 5 kilometers. He said he was back from vacation. I told myself it was a coincidence, until this morning. 3 meters. For the next week, I played amateur detective. I watched him, the way he held his phone, the way he tapped out messages, the way a ghost of a smile would catch on his lips when he read something, but I couldn't be sure. School-Lucas was a world away from Stargazer_98. One was serious, quiet, and sharp. The other was warm, witty, and effortlessly open. One afternoon, I took the leap. "I'm at the park near school. Are you free? I'm close by, but I'm not ready to meet yet." "Why not? I'm afraid you'll be disappointed." While the message blinked, I checked the app. 1 meter. My head snapped up. The park was crowded, but there was Lucas, standing less than an arm's length away, his back to me, phone in hand. A second later, a notification from Stargazer_98 popped up. "Maybe not today. I'm sorry." I watched him slip his phone into his pocket and walk away, disappearing into the crowd. It was him. It really was Lucas. I didn't know what to do with the truth. Every night, I still texted Stargazer_98, knowing now it was Lucas, but I stayed silent. I was terrified that speaking it aloud would shatter the magic. I was terrified that my rival was the only person who made my heart skip a beat. Then, teacher intervened. "William and Lucas, you two will be partners for the project on chemical reactions in daily life." There was nowhere left to run. At our first meeting in the library, the silence was suffocating. Distance, 0.5 meter. "Lucas," I finally said. "I know." His pen stopped moving. "Know what?" "About Distance. About Stargazer_98. He let out a long, ragged sigh. "Since when?" "The park. That day." "Why didn't you say anything?" "Why did you keep running?" I countered. He finally looked at me, really looked at me. "Because I was scared. I chose 300 kilometers because I wanted to talk to someone who didn't see me as a competitor. I just wanted to be myself." My chest tightened. "Me too. But now," he gave a bitter, small smile. "Now you know. And I'm sure you're thinking, why Lucas? Why the guy who took my scholarship?" I'm not thinking that at all. I reached out, my fingers grazing the back of his hand. I just regret that we didn't know sooner. I regret all that time we spent being rivals instead of being this. He looked down at our hands. He didn't pull away. Instead, he slid his fingers between mine, locking them tight. "So, can we start over? Right now?" I smiled. "Yeah, let's." Everything changed after that. Lucas tutored me in chemistry, patiently, never making me feel small. I helped him with literature. Our study sessions became thinly veiled excuses to be close. A hand brushing a hand over a highlighter, shoulders touching, lingering glances that darted away when caught. One night, he texted, "Do you regret it? The app bringing us together?" "No, I just wish we hadn't wasted so much time being rivals." Then tomorrow, movie date? Just us. My heart nearly leapt out of my chest. "Fine, but promise me you won't run away again." Promised. The date was a sweet disaster. We were both too nervous to breathe, let alone watch the film. Our hands collided in the popcorn bucket, retreating like they'd been electric shocked. Afterward, we walked home in the cool night air. Lucas stopped under the shadow of a tree and turned to me. "William, I want to ask you something." "Yeah?" "I like you, and not just as a friend. I've liked you for a long time, even when we were rivals." My pulse went wild. "Lucas!" "You don't have to answer, right?" I didn't let him finish. I stepped in, cupped his face, and pulled him down into a kiss. He gasped, but a second later, he was melting into me, his arms wrapped around my waist, pulling me flush against him. It started hesitant, a question, before deepening into something warm and certain. He tasted like popcorn and nerves. I could feel his heart thudding against mine in a perfect, frantic sync. When we pulled apart, breathless, he rested his forehead against mine. "So, I guess you like me too?" "Dummy," I laughed softly. "I've liked you forever. I was just too stubborn to admit it." He pulled out his phone, opening distance and turning the screen toward me. 0 meters. "No more distance," he whispered, squeezing my hand. "I'm never letting you get that far away again." I squeezed back. "Then about that scholarship this term. I'll help you with lit. You help me with chem. We'll get it together." He grinned. "Deal, but not as rivals this time, as teammates." "Teammates," I echoed. "And boyfriends?" he suggested, a flush creeping up his neck. "Yeah, boyfriends." As it turns out, the shortest distance between two hearts isn't measured in meters or kilometers. It's measured in the courage to say, "I like you and I'm done running." What about you? Have you ever fallen for someone you thought was off limits? Tell me your story in the comments. Don't forget to follow and vote 5 stars so you never miss another story. See you next time.